Hi guys, we have Kanasakis. Oh, the Saskatoon. Hi, I'm from Canada. I remember you. Welcome back. We have Joss. Thank you for coming back, Joss. Always lovely to see you. And Kat, of course.
Good evening.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm just doing a quality check on the other phone because we were concerned about the strength of our internet, weren't we?
Yeah, who knows how this is going?
Yes, because it's not coming up on my phone.
But is that your internet?
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
Who knows? It's a mystery. Let's try on this.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows?
Hey!
I think it's working.
That's great.
It seems to be working. If anything starts going a bit awry, then we'll just cancel it, record our chat, and then post it. So if it starts to go like, don't worry, just come back within about an hour.
And there'll be new content for you to listen to.
We'll be here.
Because I know you're all dying to hear about our weekend's festivities.
Especially as we've not been here for 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Very sorry, guys. It's been absolutely hectic.
It has.
Me personally in my life with crazy family members that I'm grateful for as well. But more importantly and more interestingly for you, I'm sure you've been keeping up with Bus different updates, and if you haven't, it all culminated this weekend, didn't it?
Doesn't it feel like such a thing of the past because we were away now? Doesn't it? Considering how intense it was and like not knowing what was going to happen, but then all of a sudden things are back on track and it's just like, oh, I just expected to crack on without the trauma of what we went through.
I feel like people talk about it with childbirth. Like neither of us have had kids.
Yeah.
And neither of us, I don't think, would get the same satisfaction once we'd had kids and been like, oh, worth it. Like, we'll see. But something like this, you can see how it becomes like a labour of love.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that is the thing, isn't it? I chose not to have kids. I chose to live in a bus. Choose your hard. You know, life is hard. It's always going to be hard. So at least I chose this path, even though I was questioning my life choices on a number of occasions.
I'm amazed because of how like strong you appeared. Like I won't say like how like if from the outside looking in, you were so calm compared to everyone else around you. Is that true? Was that a level of you like sticking to the manifestation, the good mindset? Is that?
Well, so I had moments, moments where I felt really like sad and just discouraged and disappointed if it does pan out this way where things aren't going to pull through. I was disappointed, felt a bit low. And it's a weird one because I was clearly stressed in the sense that I was like tearful and, things like that. But I was actively not stressing because of my mindset and because of my beliefs. So whenever the doubts kind of crept in, I was actively saying like, no, it's going to pan out exactly how it's supposed to. And don't get me wrong, had it have panned out me not going to the festivals, of course there'd have been a moment like where I was upset about that. But on the other hand, I would have accepted that that's the way that I'm very much believe in this destiny and that the path will unfold how it's supposed to. So, I'd have accepted it as that it was panning out how it was supposed to. So I do think that like the last few years I've strengthened in my mindset from this, why is this happening to me, to what is this trying to teach me, and that got me through it for sure.
So you'd say this is a skill that you'd have to practice to be able to really get skillful in it.
And I said to Steph and to Lou when we were at the festival that at the end of the day, oh my God, it's just gone out of my mind. That's so annoying. Oh yeah, that's it. That these two, that when we want greatness and we want great things, our mindset has to develop and upgrade to be able to cope with the next level. So I very much see it as like, if I couldn't have handled that stress, then I'm not ready to go to the next level of success that I'm aiming for. So it's almost like going to the gym, doing a workout, testing those muscles, building those muscles so that you can get to that stage of lifting that you're after. So because I'm
great metaphor
on this kind of like plan to, I do want to change people's lives and I do want to empower people, the version of me that's going to be at my most successful is still developing. So all of these hardships were just partly to kind of test my resilience and to give me practice at overcoming those things. And I do think that the way, on reflection, how I overcame it to how anxious I felt the year before when there was issues, and then again to the year before that, I can see my personal development.
Oh God, yeah.
And I can also see my success levels rising. So I just kind of believe that it's all part of the picture. Like, nobody gets to the top without a good deal of like hardship, you know?
No, definitely. I think it's just really amazing to see. And again, we're coming from it from the after the weekend, after the first festival of the bus this year. There were so many moments where I just assumed this isn't happening.
Yeah, oh yeah, same. I mean, I don't know whether I said on the podcast, but I predicted it. My intuition had this kind of, it's going to be a photo finish. On the Wednesday, I knew, so I was booked in for my MOT the previous week, but then because of the engine issues and the bus not running, I had to move my MOT to the latest that I could possibly move it to give me a chance to still get to the festival. So the MOT was booked in on the Wednesday morning. I was meant to be at the festival the day before, but the last day I could arrive was the Wednesday evening.
Right, yeah.
So I had the MOT Wednesday morning, and my intuition told me right from the start, you're going to be driving to that festival on the Wednesday, but kind of with that sigh of relief type vibe, but it was going to happen, but I just had to keep the faith. And it got to the Friday before the Wednesday and the engine's still not running, and we've exhausted all options at this point. And my friend HGV mechanic Nikki, who you'll see in some of the videos, and I'm always shouting him out, yeah, what an absolute star that lad has been. So me and him were like stood outside of the bus garage, and we were just like, well, we really have tried everything. This is it. It's over. The dream's over. But I was happy in the sense that I'd tried everything and that I'd said I would trust the outcome. So it was just kind of like, well, this is it. And then this mechanic comes running out of that bus mechanic and says, why don't you go and see, and named another mechanic at a different garage. Say that I sent you. He can't come out and fix it, but he might be able to give you some like knowledge. And it was just like that, there was hope again. And it was this roller coaster of like, it's over, it's not over, it's over, it's not over. So we went to this next garage, and the guy was absolutely lovely. Showed Nikki on his fleet of buses what tests we should do when we got back. So we were able to run all of these tests. We sent him the videos from that, and he then said, I'll come out tomorrow after work, which he did, and bought a handful of spare parts, plugged them all in, but next thing you know, the bus was running. So that part was sorted. At the weekend, the MOT was still booked in for the Wednesday, so we still weren't at that photo finish point. So the engine was sorted, it went in for its MOT, failed its MOT. I was given a list of things, so they're not doing repairs at that garage either. They'd already warned me that they could only do the MOT. Yeah. Luckily, the list of things that needed repair at first didn't look simple, because one was like a whole unit, and it was quite a specialized unit to get hold of. But then that turned out to be just purely error with the button. And the other things, we drove all around Leicester, managed to get hold. We were back up at the bus garage, me and Nikki, like fitted these things. And this guy then at about 2 p.m. gave me the pass. And then I was on the way to the festival, as I kind of knew I would be. But
I love that.
It was, yeah, you couldn't have made it up in terms of the ups and the downs and the constant switcheroo from like, you are going to, you're not going to, you are going to, you're not going, like.
No, definitely. I feel like it was there was so much energy being drawn towards this project, not just by you, Nikki, and all of the different bus mechanics and people that you'd spoken to. There was other people, like just at my MOT that happened to be on the same day. I had the whole mechanics, like the garage involved, like help me with this part, and then the list of the few parts came through, and like the lads are in the garage like, oh god, how could they fail them on it? Was stuff like the windscreen wipers and stuff like that, and they were like, come on, there's a bus on the road. Yeah, it was a really like crazy journey. And then on social media, the amount of people that were giving advice, albeit contradicting sometimes, but it's always helpful because it gives Lindsay somewhere to start, somewhere to look. Yeah. And then getting to the festival and speaking to people that are like, I've been following this journey. I've literally been like willing her, like I'm checking like, oh my God, is it fixed yet? Is it fixed yet? And everyone was just like
behind
along
it, back
for this
in
journey.
it.
Yeah. Oh my word. You've documented this, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
How do people see the start to finish? Like, is it in multiple parts?
It is in multiple parts, yeah. You'd be best, my TikTok probably has the full selection. You'd be best on my TikTok. My YouTube, both my TikTok and my YouTube are Lindsay Vibe. Both of those have got a selection of the videos plus the Bus Different Facebook. I was trying to keep it updated across platforms because there were so many people invested and like offering comments and advice, and yeah, it was absolutely crazy. But we made it to the first festival, and what a first festival it was.
It was fantastic. So many firsts, so many like things that we've done festivals now. I suppose I ignorantly got to the point where I was like, you can't surprise me now. I've seen everything. I've been to the strangest of festivals, the most amazing of festivals, and just had the best time at all of them. I experienced all kinds of people, and then you go to another festival and realize I don't know.
Still more.
I know a fraction of what could possibly happen. So starting with, you got there the day before, right?
Yeah.
What were your first moments?
Oh, I mean, I didn't. So my emotional dysregulation means that at moments of joy, like that, getting that MOT pass, I just felt numb for hours. So I was like driving there and I was really in my head being like, you know, treasure this moment, remember this moment forever. Like this is where it all came together and you were on the road. But that feeling of elation didn't come till later on in the evening as I started to like message Steph and Lou and plan for them to arrive the next day. And then I just kept getting these waves of like real excitement as it was starting to finally sink in. But I arrived and was asked, are you okay reversing? I was like, yeah, I'm okay reversing, yeah. And then but then when I got there, it was like not just a narrow road that I had to reverse up. It was lined with expensive, you know, converted vans for a start. Then it was through a gate, and then there was like a van behind as well. So it was like angles, you know, usually you just swing round, but you can't just swing round because you might bash into these other vans. So shout out to Conrad from 7 in a Bus. If you don't follow those guys, they're a family that live in a double-decker bus. And Conrad's the dad, and he was such a help, like banksman, helping me get in. And then even like I was like, no, I can't go in. And he's like, you've got plenty of room. But you know, when it was like millimeters, he was so good. Like I just screamed the whole way through it, but we got there together.
Yeah, shout out Conrad. He's an absolute star. He's kind of a good leader for everyone with the buses. He's a good like beacon to go to. Like, what do I do? Help me.
Definitely. The first year that I was on the festival scene in the bus, he said that so many people get in touch saying, I've bought a bus, I'm going to convert it, but not hardly anybody sees it through. But him and his partner Nicole had like a bit of a wager that I would. They were like, we actually think she's gonna, and I did. So they've got a good sense of who's right? they knew I meant business. And even like on the way there, Conrad had sent me a voice note saying there's signs for a low bridge all the way there, just ignore it, you're going to turn off before you get to it.
Okay.
Had he not have sent that, I don't know how far down that road I'd have gone.
Before just been like, no, I can't
I can't go any further without risking, because it just kept coming up like low bridge ahead, low bridge ahead, low bridge ahead, and it was getting like to the point where it's like 800 yards, 400 yards, you know, and then the turning was there. So had he have not given me that heads up, even if I had have just kept going thinking I'm sure my turning's going to come up, I would have been so stressed, whereas he managed to eliminate that stress by giving me that. And then
it's 2026, by the way. Can road signs and Google Maps get better, please?
Just catch up.
It's insane.
I've got such a respect for like HGV drivers and all that out there now, you know, like having to navigate the road with a big massive 18-tonner. It's crazy. But then when I got there, so 3 times, so Conrad helped me with the low bridges, the reversing in, and then he said, oh, there's a lovely lake or a lovely river on the other side of the site. We've been down there the last few days. Now, had he have not said that, do you think we'd have even found that? We probably wouldn't have even known it was there, would we? So again, brilliant tip. Went straight down the river, acquainted myself, and then was just like, I want my girls to hurry up and get here so we can have fun together.
Yeah, I feel like it's good for us to we like to get there the day before.
Yeah.
rather than the day of everything kicking off, because it's just too stressful. It's so nice to have that first night where you're like, it's just us.
Yeah.
No patrons are here yet. You can probably talk to some traders, some other people that are showing, especially VanLife. These kind of festivals, people are showing their incredible builds. So Luna is turning up to good company. And that first day we turned up.
Oh, it was the best.
Oh my God. As we realised we're getting
living off of it.
Closer and closer. Oh my God. Me and Lou finally, we got into the gate. And I'd already seen a video from Lindsay explaining exactly where I need to go. And I swear to God, I heard gate 8. Swear to God.
This is funny, actually. I forgot that this
So happened. The first security guard comes up and he's like, yeah, because we're just like driving past him like, we don't need you, mate. I know exactly where I'm going. He went, where are you going? I said, gate 8. And he just looked at me like making it up. You're definitely trying something here. And I was like, no, honestly, I'm here to see the double decker. And his face, like, he was like, what are you on about? Like,
by then, he's losing all trust.
He was like, what the hell? Eventually, he was like, you want to go down there? And I went, yeah, but I want to go right to the display, all displays. And apparently all displays seemed to make him like, he was like, okay, she knows what she's talking about. And he was like, okay then. But I know for the rest of the day, he was like, double decker.
And there was 2 double deckers there.
There was 2 double deckers there.
There was 2 of us.
Would have blown his mind if he'd actually gone to have a look at them. But yeah, we finally got there. Lou's desperate for a wee. So I had to say, like, don't be like offended if she runs straight past you to the loo, because she might just wee on you if she could have. And the lovely Fleur came as well. If you haven't seen Fleur, she's our mascot for the bus, but also basically draws in the attention.
She's brilliant, isn't she? She's seeing her so happy just makes me so happy.
She is a festival Fleur is her default. Like, she needs to experience festivals for the rest of her life just to get that. She grew up. Her first proper socialization was at the first VanLife Fest.
Yeah.
And
we were all in a tent together with her.
One little TP, and she was good as gold. That wouldn't happen again now. No offense, Fleur, but that's not happening.
She would never cope with that.
She'd be everywhere.
Yeah.
But that whole festival, she basically took the whole festival by storm. People were like breaking their necks, getting out of chairs just to come and stroke this tiny little bulldog. And then every time we've been there since. So we returned last year, right? And people were like, that's Fleur. I remember her. So we're going to go back to that festival again at the end of June.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see how many people recognise her yet
definitely.
Again.
She's become, like, obviously she is our mascot, but that's what makes it good, isn't it? Because she's so recognisable.
We've not just picked one of our pets and been like, we bring it here, therefore, you know, a mascot.
Yeah.
Like, she genuinely embodies festival vibes more than any of the rest of us really do. Do you know what I mean?
And
like, she's like, people, yes, love it, come and stroke me.
Yeah, she's we've all got professional work and background in, like, what's it called though when the dog is that type of dog, where it's like a sensory kind of thing. So Steph, me and Lou all work in that kind of industry, so the idea was always for Fleur to become some kind of support
therapy dog,
a therapy dog. So
that
all of
she
this
is.
And all of this socialization was always going towards that temperament building of, like, is she cut out for this kind of work? But even if she never officially does it, she definitely has got the right
she brings a
mentality,
smile
hasn't
to
she?
everyone's face. There's no one that she won't go up to for a stroke. There's no dog that she thinks, no, I'm not into you.
God. She thinks everyone's there for her.
She thinks everyone's there for her. And yeah, I'll be honest, I'm kind of jealous. I think I would get a lot further in life if I had this, like, delusional outlook. Like, yes, I'm here now.
That's the delusional look I've had, I think, my whole life. I lack that awareness of what people might be thinking, and, you know, I've always just gone headlong into stuff.
I walk into a place, I'm like, everybody hates me. Let's just set on that, start with that default and try and work my way through the cloud.
Hence why I thought I might be a narcissist though, didn't I, for a long time, because I was like, I just don't have that. I lack that kind of, I mean, as I've got older through negative experiences, it was a learned thing to realise that people might be judging me, but I'd always just had that confidence of walking in a room and being like, I'm here now, rest assured, the entertainment has arrived. But we did a narcissist test, didn't we, that time?
We learned though you need that level of a little bit of narcissism
Yeah,
to get you to really be able to do some cool things.
I had healthy levels of self-esteem.
Yeah.
And yours not so much.
I basically lacked a whole personality. We're working on that. I'd like to retake that actually.
Yeah,
I feel like I've done some growth. I'm a little more making decisions firmly for me now.
Yeah, definitely.
You know when you say things and then your brain just goes, here's some examples in the last week where you didn't do that, and it's like, God, who am I?
You are too hard on yourself, definitely. What was your highlight then of the weekend? Is that too much of a broad thing to ask?
Oh my God. There were several things. I feel like there's 3 things in this title that if you're thinking,
yeah, let's cover the 3 things, because
them 3 are probably my favorite stories to be telling about the weekend. So we'll start with let's start with AI.
Yeah, I'll get the picture up. I think I've got it. I might have deleted it actually. I'll have a look.
So shout out to the people of this festival. You've made a fantastic festival. What I'm starting to understand is maybe the people that produce the marketing, the posters, the information, the infographics for the festival may be neurodivergent. Shout out, yay, this is a podcast for you.
Yes, for sure.
We love you. So this is definitely not a attack on that person. The original poster was fantastic, but for some reason, when that poster got posted to social media, someone has ran it through an AI, whether that's to like make sure there's no spelling errors, to try and improve the quality. I'm not sure. I can't tell.
We don't know whether this was the original one that then somebody then created the poster that was printed on site from, or whether they took the one that was printed on site. And sometimes you want a variation of it, don't you? So you don't look like you're sharing the same thing over and over, which is fair enough.
That helps with your algorithm. One thing that happened is, obviously, you expect it now, right? If you're used to AI, you can see certain things are spelt wrong. So VanLife talks turned into VanLife folks. But again, looking at it, it's kind of hard to really notice it. So this story starts with Conrad, who we mentioned earlier, dad of 7 of a bus, running over and saying, Lindsay, are you on a panel today? This was the Saturday.
Yeah.
Looking panicked. She's like,
yeah, because it was like half an hour till I was meant to be on this panel.
No, I'm doing my talk tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they said, well, on this poster, it says that you're due now on a panel. And when we looked at it, we realised not only is that not Lindsay's spot on the panel, that's not Lindsay.
Yeah. Are you ready to see it?
I don't know how this happens.
AI did me so dirty.
Let's go for it.
Is this like, I don't know whether it's clear enough.
I think it would be clear enough.
Can you
Who is that, guys? Who is that?
Is it like, isn't that the creepiest, weirdest version of me? Like, I've got clean arms, like there's no tattoos, which is kind of creepy in itself.
You have the face of a 12-year-old Asian boy.
It's just bizarre. And it wasn't even the only one. That was the nuts thing, that there was a second, which is a little bit less manly, more feminine, I think.
Still not Lindsay, though.
Yeah, there's 2 pictures of me and neither are me. So, to be honest, that whole thing had us in stitches.
Couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, because I'd already been, you know, my friends are teasing me. I've got a short back and sides. It's like,
I know you lot on the internet. Don't our fans send some horrible comments?
Yeah.
Like, YouTube seems to be quite tame, to be fair. But Facebook, what is wrong with you?
Tame today. When I had my shaved head, people were always in the comments saying stuff, weren't there? But yeah, I mean, it gave us such a laugh. Like, we couldn't stop howling at it because it was just so horrific. And I quickly added the image to the front of my presentation.
Just to be like,
for my talk.
Haha, but also, who's done this to me?
Yeah, and just because as well, I was like, some people might be expecting to turn up and find this person. I'm going to be sorely disappointed because they're not here.
No, sorry, it's not a 12-year-old Asian boy. It's a 70-year-old woman.
Trapped in a 12-year-old boy's body.
A 70-year-old woman. Do you want to explain how you've gone from a young Asian boy to an old 70-year-old Asian, not even Asian, just a 70-year-old woman.
So
Explain, please.
I've been teased rather a lot this weekend. If it wasn't for my short back and sides, it was for my choice of sweets when we were at the pick and mix stall. So already apparently liking jam tarts makes you a bit of an old woman. Like one of my faves is jam tarts. So when I lived with Lou, she'd always just think it was so funny when I'd come home with what I saw as treats for myself, and she just saw as like some random old dried up stuff that you'd find in your granny's cupboard.
I love a jam tart. I'll be honest though, they do remind me of my grandma.
See,
I very rarely buy them for myself. It's something my grandma will bring out with the tea.
see, I don't know. I just love jam tarts. And then this was my sweet collection. You tell me if you think it's unfair that I got shredded for this. So my sweet selection was licorice torpedoes, aniseed balls, jelly babies, and mint imperials.
Murray mints.
No, not Murray's, just mint imperials. I'm not a Murray mint fan. They've got toffee in the middle. I think,
Oh, have they?
yeah, well, the one, yeah, humbugs.
You'd know.
Yeah, I like just a solid imperial mint, but I got absolutely shredded for that because, like,
Lou killed me.
yeah, she killed me off.
She's
as
so
well.
funny.
Really funny. So Lou is like my best friend, so she's allowed to just rip me stink. That's our love language. And yeah, she was just like, that's your choice of sweets. You could choose anything you wanted from this, and they are your top 4.
This sweet stand wasn't only like full of every kind of sweet imaginable. They were so cheap to the point where we were like, put your prices up, please.
Yeah.
We want to see you like carry on with this business. But there was just everything. This massive cone of blue sweets was £2, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Me, Luke, we're all just like dying at this sweet shop, and just Lou looks down like, you've got to be kidding.
Like, you're telling me that's your choice.
Out of all this, that's your choice. And the woman that was selling the sweets was howling.
Yeah,
like,
she
they're her
was.
sweets. She backs these sweets. She loves these
Isn't
sweets.
it?
But she was getting every single dart that was being thrown at Lindsay. But it was just, oh.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
So then it was like I got ripped for being an old lady, and it was Lou that actually said later on at that night that she went, "You're like a 70-year-old woman trapped in a 12-year-old boy's body, and we were in stitches." And then the next days when the AI came out of me looking like that, so that just played into the hands of like
Back
where
to
we
a
were
little
going
boy.
with it. Oh god. So this whole like shaving my head has been an experience. I did it to challenge, you know, my vanity, my feelings around myself and like my self-confidence, and to challenge the expectations of female beauty. And it certainly has done that, because I'm definitely getting less harassment than I'd usually get, which is a good thing.
From the outside looking in, which is how mostly I experience these things, because I'm too much of a chicken to do these things myself. So I just look at what's happening from the outside of all the things that you're dare enough to try. And you are a beautiful, pretty girl that has never had a problem getting a dude's attention. Do you know what I mean? Like, from the short amount of time I've known you, like, it's been very easy. And so to see someone be like, I don't need that. I'm going to see what it's like without that. I feel like, but it's from the average person that isn't like, oh, girls with short hair. Do you know what I mean? There's some people that are just a little bit like, their brain stops there, and it can't go any further for some reason. Anyone with a set of eyes and a decent brain can see you've still got a gorgeous, beautiful face, and you've got this hair that really fucking suits her, by the way. And it might does my head in.
Going on at the minute.
So I find it a really weird conversation. I try to be like, what's it like having these less feminine attributes? But at the same time, I feel like a div asking you it, because you're a beautiful girl, and I don't see a boy or a not 70-year-old woman.
I think though the thing is, what it's highlighted is people's emotional maturity, which is really good for me, because where I'm at in my love life, as it were, up until a few months ago, I was so traumatized. I felt like I could never be in the dating arena ever again, which is why it was a good time to do it as well, because it was like I'm at a point in my life where I'm not bothered. But I also feel like in a way it's helped, because like those men that can't see past something, like having long or short hair, they're not the kind that I'd want to attract anyway. Do you get what I mean? So it has actually been a really cool experiment, in the sense that some people can just see through it. Like, they're not bothered what your hair looks like because they understand it's going to grow back or whatever.
Definitely. It's that idea of being authentically you.
Yeah.
Then you will find the people that authentically enjoy you, because you're not putting on something else. People aren't mistaking you for your hair, your job, your car, your bus.
I was kind of hoping that would be the case as well. And I definitely found that it has. Even like, it's separated those time wasters. Like, nobody's sliding into my inbox anymore because I don't look that part anymore. Do you see what I mean? Like, people are just scanning past, like, oh, she's a boy or she's a lesbian, or just making their own judgments. And it's actually safeguarding me from having people that would just be trying their luck, not for the right intentions. They'd just be like, sexual or whatever. So yeah, it's been fun. I suppose in a way as well, sometimes, like, I'll be flirting a little bit and then realizing that person's totally not looking at me like that, and I'm like, God damn it, if only I had hair. You would have paid attention to me if I had hair.
Isn't that such a strange, like, I feel the same when I don't have makeup on. I feel like I could catfish people just by having makeup on, and then you see me without. So the idea of, I don't know, meeting someone without makeup on, or having that side of me be this, I don't know, I'd feel a lot more content with that person. Like, they knew what they were getting.
The last few times I have dated, I've purposefully turned up to the date without makeup on the first date, because, like you say, I'm like, well, I'm just like,
that's terrifying.
Like me for this or don't like me at all.
No, definitely.
But also, only the other day I defriended them because I didn't even know who they were. But somebody on my Facebook had shared this men lie, and then it was like women, men lie, also women, and then a photo with a woman without makeup and with makeup. Now, don't get me wrong, to me she was pretty in both pictures. Yes, she looked very different, but that's what makeup does. And I thought, but that's not a lie. If you can't look at that heavily made up face and not there's no lie, they're wearing makeup for you to see. You can see it. She's got it all over her face, all over her eyelids, all over her lashes, all over her lips. That's not a lie, mate. You're a dumbass if you can't tell she's wearing makeup. Like, sorry, but do you think that's how we wake up? Like,
it's
because
really strange, isn't it?
But if that is the case, then we really have failed when it comes to educating men. If they actually think that that's how we look,
oh God,
and that we're the liars because we dared to put some makeup on, like, God, it annoys me.
It's hard to explain through a camera as well. Maybe I can give a good example, but a camera like this, we were talking about it earlier, to be able to put your makeup on for a camera to be looked, you have to
heavily apply
take it on.
Yeah.
But you can't tell that to me. You can see like a beautiful light face. Yeah. If I go close and take the... Oh, a minute.
It's not as what you think, but I know what you mean, though, that we're used to these...
The is that there's makeup all in the... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not pretty. What you see in an edited picture... to actually look at in real life is not what you think it looks like. I look much better without all this cake. Stuck to me. Do you know what I mean?
I actually have that thing sometimes my skin's looking so glowy and stuff, and I think, oh, do I even put makeup on and then ruin it? And I always do, because it's like the public thing to be done or whatever, and I'll put the makeup on and then I'm like, I should have just left my face as it was, because now I'm contending with, you can see the makeup in the lines, whereas before I had a dewy kind of like face. So I don't know. But anyway, talking of like dating and looks and first impressions and attraction, what was our other highlight from the festival?
Lindsay comes running back. Was it the Saturday?
Yeah.
I've just signed us up for something. Me and Lou literally look at each other. She's going through her bag.
A get out clause. Like, how can I get out of this? I'm ill.
I was like, oh my God, what has she found around there? 'Cause she's already brought out, what was it? You have a rain drum.
Yeah.
You've got some crystals from a lucky dip. It was so cute. So, you know, anything could be coming. And then she's like, oh, I went down and spoke to the kayaking dude. And I was like, oh, okay, it sounded cool. He's running a speed dating event. And he said that I can get on for free if we can get some content for you, and I'll pay for you guys. Oh my God. Okay.
Which, by the way, I did pay for my place in the end because I thought it would be good to support a budding business.
Bless you. Very sweet budding business.
A budding business.
The
And I don't even know what made me a sucker for wanting to do this, other than the only thing I can think is I love going on the water that much, like canoes, kayaks, whatever. That was the attraction.
Being able to.
But also, I'm taking it as a positive sign that I was like, yeah, I've never done speed dating, and I've certainly got no interest in like dating or anything. So I feel like it was a positive sign that I was even open for that, if you see what I mean. Like in my own healing journey, I was like, yes, you go, girl.
I'm
like,
exactly the same. I was like, oh my God, I want to because it sounds fun, but at the same time, I don't want to date anyone. I'm just not in that, like, what?
Yeah, I don't want to do anything too serious. And then I was like panicking, thinking, is it even fair to turn up with that mind frame? Like if someone's turned up genuinely looking for love and I'm there a bit wishy-washy, not sure what I'm looking for. But that's the point of like speed dating, isn't it? It's like,
you don't know everyone's intent there necessarily, or what they're.
And you know, one thing I really struggle with, other people's expectation and the guilt of me not being able to perform to their expectation. So I'm actually really working on releasing this at the minute so I hadn't consciously decided on the Saturday. It was the Sunday for the full moon that I'd realized what I wanted to release. But it links in that, say if I go on a date, I feel more worried about hurting their feelings than my own feelings of comfort. So if I could tell, like, they're a nice guy, you know, they're really sweet, and that they were like expecting a second date, the old me would be more likely to go on the second date, even though I really didn't want to do this, because I'd feel more responsible for their feelings than for my own.
Yeah. So
I'm really trying to change that.
No,
and it's okay to go on a date and that be the end of it.
Yeah.
And it 100%. Just be like, yeah, I really enjoyed it. You don't need to justify or explain or anything. You can just say thank you, see you soon, and that'd be the end of it.
100%. What I was realizing is that we, like everything, overthought this way too much. We finally got down there, and I didn't realize we're at the place, like, because there's 9 people stood there
that took part. There was 8 in total. Okay.
8 in total,
including Kieran. Which was like
who was the instructor, the guy that was doing it with us. Starting to work out if this was just an elaborate plan from Kieran just to get himself a date. Well,
it kind of is, but I think
it was genius.
He's using his position in a great way, because he actively does want to date, actively does want to find someone to share his life with. So he was taking part in it as well. Yeah,
he's took the lead, and he's like, right, I'm setting this up. I'm going to get this. And it felt really fun. Was it the first one?
First ever time he'd ever done it. But his company itself, the Curious Otter Adventure Company, does specialise in solo expeditions.
Yeah.
So he's got this kind of solo community. He's very about connecting those solo campers and people like that. So it just seemed like the next stage. It wasn't just some like creepy.
No, definitely. And he made it very clear. Right, no one be creepy. Please don't be creepy. And I really appreciate that. 100%. But then we're looking around, and I realised there's a numbers game here. There was 3 guys and then
5 women.
5 women. So you can imagine the maths. And I realised, okay, this doesn't need to be approached as like a dating. Well, I need to find out. I can make friends here as well. Like, I'm going to be chatting to some women, and
guess who got put with a woman first? I'm sure there was no judgment as to my sexual preference. Shout out Amy. I made really good friends with the girl that I was paired with first, and we've connected on social since. She seems an absolute babe. So, like you say, this opportunity to meet other people.
Yeah, definitely. I also got the pleasure of sharing a boat with Amy, and she was lovely, and really cool. Came round to the bus the day after to say hi and bye.
I loved that, like, nearly every person that we connected with during that canoeing came to see us the next day at the bus, and it made me just really, I don't know, like,
We're not friends for life.
Yeah, maybe I get too like sentimental about things, but it did make me feel really like this wouldn't have happened had we not have done that. And
I'm exactly the same.
shout out to Kieran for doing it, because what a lovely way to connect people within a festival setting.
Yeah.
That then, like you say, hung around with each other for the rest of the festival.
No, definitely. My first pairing up, when we stood there on the water, he pointed at me and then to Steph and Jeff. Now, Jeff is a 59-year-old guy who I had the pleasure of. You were on a boat with him as well,
I
right?
really got on with him.
We both got to chat to him, and he was such a lovely guy. And
Me and
so
Jeff were cut from
open.
similar cloth, like both quite hyperactive, like
100%.
Adrenaline seeker type like energy, if you see what I mean.
Very similar. He was going to his 90s rave. I think he's going to come to the VanLife Fest.
Yeah. He brought his van down to show me, and then was like, yeah, I'm going to come VanLife Fest, so we're going to see him there. So we'll see if we can get like a little video featuring him, like the follow-ups type.
Yeah, definitely. Find out what he's been doing since the Canoe speed dating.
And also, if he's serious about dating, we can use our community to find him a lovely woman.
Guys, you will have no problem with Jeff. Guys, girls, I genuinely mean. Like, I'm quite non-binary with my referencing people, but
just
ladies,
in case Jeff's watching, like, no, I don't want a guy, I want a girl.
He would like a lady, a nice lady who's going to look after him, and maybe we can sort something like that out. But either way, he's got to get on this channel, because the day after, he comes up with some incense sticks for both of us, like an actual incense like holder.
I've got mine right here.
And a dream catcher for both of us.
It's it was so thoughtful, wasn't it? Like,
mine had purple on it, which it just like, I feel like this was my weekend of purple. You'd got me the purple amethyst stone.
And if
how Lindsay is this?
He'd not even visited the bus yet, so anybody that's seen the bus knows it's quite predominantly black with lots of splashes of colour. It's called Luna, like the bus is, and even like the oddness of like the mini, it's definitely something.
The asymmetrical.
Yeah, I love that asymmetrical look. But yeah, I mean, it's
beautiful.
So thoughtful, wasn't it?
It was really nice. The fact that, I don't know, I like to think that we made him smile that weekend, and similarly in return, he made us smile. Do you know what I mean? It was just really, it was a pleasure. It really was. And I keep saying it, it's a pleasure. I may have given him the wrong impression to start with, because once he gave me that gift, I was so like, oh my God. So I gave him a hug, turned to give him a kiss on the cheek, and he must have done the same. We ended up kissing on the lips. So,
well, I'm sure he wasn't complaining.
I'm sure it was fun.
Really,
and you know what? After the lovely, you know what? Share the love.
Yeah, so what?
Give me a kiss, Jeff. Love that. I'm single. It was fine.
But this is the thing, when it's like, I think as a single person, you get so worried about accidentally leading someone on and not giving, like, and because we do get a lot of attention when we're at festivals and stuff, you almost end up avoiding people because you don't want to create this awkward scenario for yourself, you know? Yeah. So it felt so freeing to just go with it. And then for it to be successful as well, for it not to turn into a weird, creepy, like, now we've got him following us around, or I don't know, or anyone, you know what I mean? It, for me, I felt like it was an experience that has opened my heart more.
Yeah, definitely.
Which was really good.
It was genius. We got back, like, well done. Like, the other date that I managed to have was with the lovely Tom, who plays D&D, runs his own games every month. Loves board games. It doesn't live too far from here, and it was like, okay, this is genius.
Yeah.
You've got something here, Kieran. So
yeah,
leave some comments.
Love it.
If you're watching this and you yourself would like conversations in a canoe with another stranger, maybe with the hopes
Where's
of
that music coming? That's like,
I don't know if you can hear that.
I don't know where it's
I imagine not, but that brain injured me.
Yeah, it has me slightly.
Yes, if you could have these conversations with the potential of friendship, maybe something more, please.
Yeah, let us know
in the comments.
Because I am going to propose this to Kieran. He doesn't know it yet. I've sent a few, like, I've messaged him, I've commented on his photo, he's not replying. Maybe I fumbled it in the boat. But even if it's not for me personally, Kieran, let's do it for the group of people that want to connect.
Please. Yeah, definitely.
And I've already had people say I would definitely be up for that. So I've already got, like,
I'd be up for
3 or 4 people that have said yeah. So we really want to make this happen. But just to give you like the logistics of it, we all went out. So there was 2 of us in each canoe. We went out, and then we'd do this thing called raft up, where you all hold on to each other's boat. So you interlock and it creates like a big raft, and then you could easily like swap boats. So everyone would swap again, then they'd paddle off. Well, more easy than what you expected. Yeah, like people were very panicked about it, weren't they? But it was actually easier.
Yes, I will concede to that. It was easier than first getting in the boat.
Yeah. And then you'd like paddle off again, have another 5-minute chat, and then come back in and swap again. So the concept, it took away the awkwardness. Like, I love being on the river, so I felt really calm.
There was no small talk needed, because you're either focusing on what you're doing or you're chatting. You've been given something like find out their favorite kind of potato.
Yeah, how do you like your potatoes?
Favorite dessert, favorite vegetable, just like
the level of innuendo as well, though. Like, as we were coming into raft up, someone's holding the rope out, like, just grab the end of it, and like, you know, stuff like that. And then I heard Jeff at one point go, oh, I've only been at the front, I'm going to go at the back this time. But you know, everything was such innuendo. It was so funny. Like, someone else was like, I'm getting wet, meaning like there's water in the boat. But oh God. So yeah, it was genius levels.
And Kieran was really funny. There was a part where we're just having a chat. We go to row off, and he's like, oh, that's Charles Darwin's house, by the way. And I just grabbed his boat, like, come back. Yeah. You can't just say that. It must have been like, what the hell, who's pulling my boat? But I was like, you can't just nonchalantly be like, the theory of evolution was born there anyway. Off you go. Like,
look who's in the chat.
Who do we have?
7 in a bus.
7 in a bus. Hey guys, we have been praising you. If you want to roll back, we've been saying,
go back to the start. We shouted Conrad out for 3 separate things.
Daddy of the buses, and we love that family to bits.
Yeah, we do. Like, honestly.
Also, shout out to VanLife Bus It.
Yeah,
they are so friendly. They have taken under Callum,
Nick and Brian,
and taken Callum under their wing.
Yeah,
and they're helping people to get on the road, much like Conrad helped them navigate things. We're all such a growing family.
It's such a nice community, isn't it? Like, we were saying that if and when, you know, society as we know it, if we end up with these, like, I don't know, if it crumbles, the hierarchy falls, whatever's going to happen. This community, this van life community, have already got it nailed. Like, yeah, that field. So we were in the Inspiring Field of Dreams, showcasing. But every evening, as it kind of slowed down to the public, it just became this like beautiful little village, didn't it? Like, people had their fires on, and it
was cool.
Yeah, and obviously the vibes, because the vans were all like decorated really cool and stuff like that. Like, walking through, if I had to choose a life over and over again, that would, yeah, you know, it was just so wholesome.
Yeah, definitely. Really brings you back to the basics, doesn't it? It makes you realize, like, I don't need all these subscriptions. I don't need all these extra, even in terms of like makeup. I didn't put makeup on once that whole weekend.
Yeah,
I very sunburnt.
I can't believe that. I did a talk, right? Which, can I just say, I got like really good feedback from it. But you know, the whole time I'm talking, there's a voice.
I can't believe it.
A voice in the back of my head that's literally going wild. Like, nobody's listening. They're bored. They want to leave. Look, like, they want to leave, but they daren't because it'd look rude. And I'm desperately trying to keep it together and stay on track. And that voice goads me the whole time in the background. It's so hard work.
I find it amazing, though, that even you can go through everything you've done, achieved everything. You've clearly got a fascinating story that people, and you are charming. You're not new to talking to a group. I do
love doing it. Yeah, I actually love doing it.
So it just helps me think that in those moments where I'm struggling, maybe it isn't as bad. Look, watching me, do you know what I mean? You feel it way more, because being in that audience, especially going from that first van life where we're walking there and you're like, I'm going to be sick.
I felt so sick.
Like, I'm recording her, but I'm trying not to be too like in her face in case she's just like, will you just stop a second, please? I'm going to get ready for this thing, and she's getting ready to speak. And I knew as soon as you start talking, you're fine, and you start like, at least, but as far as the performance goes, everyone's like held on every single word that you say, and it's fantastic to watch. But then to see the growth, like the response, you know, there must have been like 7 people, 5, 6, 7 people in that first crowd that like, some of them were just sat there to get in a bit of a shade, you know, they'd have enough of the festival, and then, oh, this is quite interesting. This one, people were meeting you throughout the weekend. People have seen you online and were like, I need to go and watch this guy. I need to go and see her speak.
Oh, I've already got that one written down. I was like, oh my God, that made me so proud.
It was amazing, to the point that at the end, you'd done this speech. People are laughing with you. You've got the whole crowd at your fingertips. It's fantastic. And then it comes to, have you got any questions? And I could have cried because I got ready to be like asking, just for the sake of it.
Yeah, please.
And I didn't need to. You had about 5, 6, 7 questions from people that could have kept going if there was time for it. But that was the end of the festival.
And it was just like, as long as I've got my opening line, that's when my nerves go. Like,
cheers, AI.
No. I don't AI my speeches.
AI didn't write the speech. I mean, the inspiration for the AI face that was.
Just in case you missed it, this was like my opening. You might be expecting this person, but
I'm so glad you pulled a face. I wouldn't have been able to clarify that.
But to be honest, my opening line was thank you for coming to the headlining act on the Sunday, because I was the last one to speak on the Sunday. So once I knew that's how I was gonna, it's like, I think my first talk I said something like, thank you for coming to this talk about bus life, and I was like, and if that's not what you're here for, then that's what I'm talking about anyway. It was like something like, once I've got that opening line, I know I'll just flow from it. But what I was going to say is, so Steve on the road, we've not shouted him out yet. So Steve on the road, we met at VanLife Fest.
Yeah,
he took some photographs of us, sent them, and then he came to interview me on the bus. And then so he was in the same field as us this time, which was great. We recorded a bit of content together, and he came to the talk and took some photos that he has since sent me, and it really made me laugh because I'm stood there wearing socks and sliders. I guarantee that there's an episode of me kicking off about how I hate that trend. Hate it. And I still hate it. But I live in a bus full time, right? So it's like I wear my sliders in my bus because I can kick them off dead easy, put them back on, whatever. It's just a convenience thing. It's not a trending thing. That. And there's a photo of me just stood there in proud as punch at the front of a baying audience wearing socks and sliders. So I love that. Extremely disappointed with myself.
Now I'm gonna literally, with a fine tooth comb, find this bit where she's like, "Oh, do you know what I hate? Well, you'll never catch me." I hope you've gone solid on it. I did go solid on it because I hate it. So it's because I've always wore sliders as a kid. I used to wear socks and sliders because I hated feet, and my feet in particular, and I hated thong flip flops. So back then, thong flip flops that go in between your toe. I was rocking that for a bit of the weekend.
Yeah, well,
with socks.
No, but they were in fashion then, the thong flip flops. So I couldn't do them. So I used to wear sliders and I'd wear socks, and I'd get ripped for it, but I didn't care because I was just like, I'm going to be sick if I take my socks off, so I can't. And these sliders back then were really unfashionable, so that's why I was going mad, because I was like, I used to have to grit my teeth and wear them for the sensory issues, and now it's okay to rock about in them. And then even like I'd bought Audi clogs, like instead of Crocs, I've got some black fur-lined ones again for the bus, but they say they're Audi. But can I tell you, so I was parked in a lay-by last night. It was quite a busy one. It was probably not my best choice. And I'd got my window propped open with my Audi clog. My trusty Audi was propping the window open. And I just suddenly heard this like thump, and something had gone past so quick it had sucked the Audi out, and the window had shut, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to go outside and retrieve the Audi, which might now be flying down a 70-mile-an-hour motorway. So I've like opened the door and like looked, because I don't know why, but I don't like being seen out of the bus when I'm out on the road. It's such a weird feeling. Like when you're in the bus, you're all safe. And so I went out, and there it was. It had flown to the side, but to the ditch side, not the road side. So it wasn't being kicked. You see the odd random shoe being tumbled along the road. That would have been mine, but it wasn't. Sorry, I'm getting some spam WhatsApp messages. Oh, it's yours. I was so confused. Sorry.
Who is WhatsApping
reading
me
your
right now? You should know better.
Who is that? That's definitely a scam. It's not even my phone. Sorry about that.
If you're a good friend, you'd know because you'd be watching this and knowing you shouldn't be. But is there someone coming to you?
No, it's just a camper, I think.
Ignore me. Paranoid.
I'm in a new park up, so we don't really know what's going on.
They look like a meerkat.
Imagine if he'd looked up, we were like peering over. Also, can I just say that like this is the whole ADHD thing, that because I didn't know who that message was from, it didn't matter that we're on a live then. I had to, do you get what I mean? I was like, I had to see
Who's
it.
that?
So the distractibility is real, like you cannot just ignore it. Right, we've only got 5 minutes left, so should we just see if there's any funny comments in the
Yeah, there was something I wanted to ask people.
Oh yeah.
How necessary is it for you to have matching socks? I know we've talked about it before, like, and it's like, oh yeah,
Completely
sometimes
unnecessary.
So my lovely mum, thank you so much, has been helping me with my washing before she jets back off to Portugal. And for ages I was like, thank you so much, but also, where are my socks? And she was like, oh, I've been keeping them back to pair them, but I've not been getting any pairs. And
oh, that's so
sweet.
Yeah.
But also I was like, no, just give me them, mum, don't worry. And she was like, no, honestly, I'll wait for the pairs. And I was like, no, I don't have socks.
Like, there is no pairs.
This is how I end up wearing them. I've not got like I'm neurodivergent, therefore I must have crazy socks.
Yeah.
Like,
so
I
am a crazy sock person.
I don't have the wherewithal to go
Yeah.
looking for pairs.
Yeah.
Like most of all, I need them to feel the same. The
Mm.
colour is irrelevant. I can't wear a trainer sock with a long sock. I can't wear one that's got like a grip around the
Yeah, I know what you mean.
ankle when one's a bit like loosey goosey.
See, I'm odd all
that's
the way,
about it.
aren't I? One leg up, one leg down, one sock on, one sock off. I'm odd all the way.
I was trying to get footage of you, but you were out of your jammers most of the time that I saw you outside. But I will get that footage for you, and you will see that this happens regularly. Just one leg comes
It's
up.
the sensory input for me though, that I like the oddness.
So you do that on purpose?
I don't pull one leg up, but
just
if
happens
one
and you
leg's
leave it.
up, yeah, then I'm just
Okay.
enjoying that feel of the odd. And the same if one sock slips off, or sometimes I'll be hot, so I'll take a sock off and then I'll be like, oh, I like how it feels, one off, one on. So yeah, it's definitely I'm a sensory seeker though, and I pretty much every one of my senses is like seeking all the time, like my weird taste in sweets. Licorice and aniseed balls and mints, like
Granny sweets.
Yeah.
You're missing some humbugs. I hate feet and thongs, flip-flops, massive ick. 100% agree, Kat.
See, I'm over
But
it.
I still wear them.
I am over it now. If anything, I think I've actually gained a bit of a foot fetish. I've gone from like hating feet to now being a little bit obsessed with them.
Oh. In what way?
Like if I see
I'll keep my feet covered.
yeah, you look around, I'll be like staring at them. I just like them now. You know, like I must have looked at them too. This is so bad, I'm going to admit this, but I must have looked at them too long, because when I go on my Instagram, my For You page is full of feet videos and things, and then I'm like, oh, that looks like a nice foot, and I'll click on it, and then it obviously then keeps them coming. So now Instagram's given me a foot fetish.
Say what you want about social media. It's helping people's fears over here, like in strange ways, one or another.
Socks in the bath.
Socks in the bath, had to try it. Socks, odd socks way forward, ox socks are the way. We're agreeing odd socks.
can't
Socks
have
in the
wet
bath.
socks.
What cat? Also, I can't have no. Can't stand socks in the bed.
Yeah, I can't do socks in bed either. I
For the
won't.
first 5 minutes, I'll leave them on just to take them off, because do you not notice your feet feel silky?
Yeah. Well,
Rubbing them together.
yeah,
I'm
but
like,
have you ever accidentally fallen asleep in that first 5 minutes and you wake up and your socks are still on and you just feel like cheated out of a whole night's sleep? I have to take them off and go back to sleep for a bit. I'm like, I can't get up now.
being cheated out of a sleep reminds. I think it was Lou saying that she'd got in one night and just ended up falling asleep like up against her back of her bed and woke up the next morning
so
still
sad.
propped up, just like no.
That wasn't even a decent sleep.
That makes me laugh so much. Like, it must have been a decent sleep because you slept the whole time.
Yeah, but
just-
feeling fuming because you didn't
What?
actually get comfortable. I did it the other night though. It's because of where I was parked up. I was hanging around upstairs and I was on my bed with all my snacks out around me. I'd got my journal. I was journaling. I was having a great time. And then I woke up at 4 a.m. and I was like, everything was still in place, socks and everything, fuming. But at least I woke up at 4, could do my teeth and actually feel like I still had a sleep because I went back to sleep for a few hours.
I was going to say, what time did you message me? I'm going back to bed.
That
with
was
a cup of tea.
That was this morning at 6, yeah, because the traffic woke me up at 5:30 and I just thought the bus was going vroom, 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 boom, and I was like, I can't cope with this.
Well, I'm up.
Yeah, that's me up at 5:30. Like, just drive to my next spot, make myself a tea, get back in bed.
I saw the text. Like, Jesus, you shit the bed. Why she up so early?
You know, about did like HGVs rushing past at 70 miles an hour. Like,
yeah, I feel like, have we had any more opinions about feet? I hate my shoes and socks off. Oh, I take my shoes and socks off as soon as I get home.
I always take my
Wow.
shoes off. Taking my socks off as well is sometimes I have to change my socks, take them off depending how hot I am. But yeah, shoes have got to come off, else I do not feel like people that relax with wearing their shoes. Like I've had people say to me before as well, like, why do you always take your shoes off as soon as you come in the house? I've had other people ask me that, and like, as in, like, it's their house, so why?
So
have
it
I
says
took-
leave your shoes on your phone.
Yeah, and it's like, but I've always I've home tutored for many years, so going into someone else's home, I always automatically take my shoes off, and also like how can you relax in shoes? It's like relaxing in jeans.
It's a very strange, existence. Completely agree.
The only other comment that I'd not read out that I wanted to get to was about the sweets. I think they are old school sweets, but I can understand why Lou said that. My granddad had all of them. Very diplomatic there. You don't want to call me an old woman outright.
No,
An old
definitely.
man now. I'm a granddad now.
It's just what happened. My mum was making me laugh. She didn't understand the joke. She was like, I love them sweets. I was like, exactly. You are the old lady that we're talking about. Love you, mum. Sorry.
Aww.
But yeah, that's it. The first festival is done.
There's lots of content slowly being put out onto our socials, so you can go and see photos and videos. Make sure you like them, comment. It helps us go further.
Yeah, please. If you're here right now, well, I've got you right now. Just click that like. Well, wait, it doesn't take 2 seconds.
Oh, shout out Laura. Laura's in the chat as well.
Oh, fantastic, Laura.
She likes all
Hi,
the sweets
Laura.
I like. Yeah.
That's so cute. Oh, okay. It's Laura who said about I take my shoes and socks off as soon as she gets home. So, do you then go to put in slippers on, or is that you barefooted
Barefoot.
in the house all day? That's really. I've got 2 cats that just my feet would be awful if I just walked barefoot.
My
all the
mum's a
time.
barefoot person, always has been, and I do associate the barefoot with those autistic traits because I think it's a sensory thing. It's like, you know, getting back to nature, getting like being connected with the earth, getting those layers off, you know, all of those things can come under that neurodivergence.
Where are we next this weekend?
Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that because this weekend we're at the Riverside Festival in Leicester, which is very exciting. I've been attending the Riverside Festival for so many years. Firstly as a young pisshead, and now as a esteemed pillar in the community, invited by the Leicester City Council to represent neurodivergence. So we will be at the Riverside Festival. It's 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to find out exactly where our pitch will be and I'll share it on our socials.
Yeah.
But it usually, the festival itself runs along the canal through Castle Gardens up to Victoria Park. Is that right?
I believe
I don't know if I'm
so.
getting that right.
If you Google it, Riverside Festival Leicester, we will be there with bells on. And I've never been there. I've heard so much about it.
It's a really, really lovely vibe. Yeah, been many, many years. I think the weather's looking better for the Sunday than it is the Saturday, but we will have a gazebo. We'll also have a little arty activity on the go. So you feel free to come and join in and say hello.
Please come and say hi. If you're there, we love people coming to say hi to us. That's what we're there for.
Yes, we do.
Barefoot house and garden. Lovely.
I love being barefoot in the
You must
garden.
have a lovely clean house and garden.
That's one thing that being at the festivals, being able to just walk outside barefoot, have a cup of tea in the morning and do my stretches whilst grounding. Oh, I thought I am rich. I am rich.
You know, in my garden, I've got no problem being barefoot. I prefer that. It's walking around my house.
Yeah,
I don't know
bits.
why.
People don't like bits sticking to their
Bits.
feet though, do they? So then it's like that can
It's
be an
bits.
ick as well. Yeah.
No, thank you. It is bits.
Yeah,
I figured that out. It's bits.
Well, on the note of bits.
On that recognition. Yeah. I've got no notes, but
Oh yeah. Hold on, I've got a little back soon.
Nice. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Indeed. Thanks
6
for
till
joining
7.
us.
Bye.
Bye.
Do, 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 do.